What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. Happy Friday evening. Happy Friday afternoon. Happy Friday morning, depending on where you're at. This is LH signing in. So, you guys, hey, I'm gonna kind of bring something new to this. I'm trying something new. I definitely want to make this personal for you guys, and I kind of want to leave my mark, my own interpretation, and particular footprint on this. So, with that being said, this is LH signing in, bringing you what is authentic, to which can never be compromised or manufactured. You are yourself, the essence of reality. So, so I want to talk about, first and foremost, um, I want to talk about Mr. Colin Kaepernick, okay? Who was recently attacked by a old raggedy wig wearing dried up orange prune, okay? And rightfully so. I guess when someone is doing something right, someone has humanity, someone who has a conscience, someone who is highly attainable, a good role model, someone who could possibly be more of an influence than somebody else's raggedy ass, I understand it. If you haven't heard, well, he's not my damn president, but the president of this country was on some kind of a platform talking about Mr. Kaepernick. And if you don't know, Mr. Kaepernick is not signed to any team yet. He's still on the forefronts as an independent, his own independent agent. After I guess leaving the 49ers, rightfully so. If the 49ers, I mean, I guess it's a business thing, but if the 49ers are worried about their money, then okay. They just don't deserve a good player, a highly endorsed player, a real bomb player who keeps it real, who stands up for what he believes in, who's more so-called what people call in this country patriotic than a lot of these so-called fake patriotic people. But I think this brings to mind while he's going through this, mind you, this is nothing new. Whenever one of us is attacked, whenever we stand up to an establishment, they're always going to have to where they're going to try to stop your wells, your ways of surviving, taking care of yourself. Whenever it has something to do with threatening something that evil people are doing, an establishment, a system, a society that's not right. And when you shake the establishment, when you shake things up a bit, you're a threat. This man is a threat. This man is a threat to white supremacists everywhere in this country. He's a threat to any person who benefits from this, from dividing people, dividing and conquering. And any decent person should not support the NFL. If you are about integrity, about freedom of speech, freedom of action, press, whatever, you should not be supporting the NFL at any cost. So I believe we should boycott, no, not support anything NFL. I've kind of just stopped tuning into football altogether in years past. I just saw it as something, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea, but as I grow into my manhood and consciousness, I realize that this has always been a sport in which black bodies have always been the stars, forefront people, more athletic, and usually carrying people to to the success it is now. And being that a lot of us occupy the NFL, it would be fair to say if we stopped, you know, playing, it wouldn't be what it is today. But I definitely believe in giving people jobs, no matter what. However, I will not be supporting any entity in which they claim that you have freedom of speech, but they want to use that. They want to dangle that carrot, then take it out as soon as uh, you know, you kind of bring things to light, which is not going right. Especially has something to do with my people. So I don't think any decent black person should support the NFL, especially what they're doing to this. This is a blatant attack. This is an attack, and what this is a time to really make a stance and make a moment. I mean, with spending in people's stores, other people's stores who don't give a damn about you, for one. Being the most consumed in luxury items, cars, clothing, everything. We buy a lot. We have a lot of tons of dollars, according to last year, almost 14. But you know, 14 trillion dollars we contribute. We have a lot of power, you guys. Consumers have a lot of power. So, yeah, this brother, he's going through a lot, and I just can't believe the outright disrespect for this old prune to talk about how he's irrelevant. You're irrelevant because every time someone wants to stand up and disagree with you, you want to get on Twitter and tweet everything. I mean, I've never heard of a president tweeting every damn thing, every moment, every disagreement. You just sound like a sore ass loser who's been privileged all his life, who doesn't understand anything about what it really means to be a decent human being, and your followers are the same way as well, and unfortunately are going down. They're going to go down the same path as you. But yeah, this is the time to boycott the NFL. I am so serious. If you want change, if you don't want to be looked at, oppressed, the same spot as you are, if you really want to say Black Lives Matter, you show them that Black Lives Matter. You boycott this, because this brother. What you got to understand is this brother is doing a lot. Not only is he's a celebrity, and I tell time and time again, I don't get the celeb craze thing, but the fact that this brother donated millions of dollars to help people in Somalia eat, that says a lot. This is a good character. This is a good character. Black people should support this man. Anybody should support. If you're a decent white person, you should support this man. If you're a decent Hispanic, Asian, whatever, support this man because this is a good person. Black person, whatever. If you're a decent person, you are. If you're not, unfortunately, if you're not about people, helping people, keeping their humanity, they're conscious to help other people, it kind of speaks volumes about who you are. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that brother. I support him wholeheartedly, 100%, and I stand by him, and I will not be supporting the NFL. And I'll probably support by buying strictly his jerseys, and through him, any way I can, I'll support this brother. But we got to support those who stand up for us. And this is the time, you guys. I support Colin Kaepernick. Another thing I want to talk about is the whole thing. I'm not going to mention. I talked about him and I defended him, but because it has something to do with what's going on in the present. But the whole makeup thing and weaves and body modifications, okay, with a particular man, bald-headed man, actor and entertainer. Um, I just think it's such a double standard to talk about women, who may want to get those things done to make themselves happy. And I'm not going to shame people who generally want to fix something that they don't necessarily like. I mean, it's their bodies. Why are we talking about people's bodies, other people's bodies, like our opinions matter about how other people want to treat their bodies? As long as they're not doing themselves physical harm or killing themselves, even though this stuff, I do agree this stuff can kill you. And this stuff has been harmful. And some people get it and just do it. I mean, breast all the way out here. But that's none of my business. And if it makes you happy, then I'm happy. And I think as men, we should stop telling those, who are who we don't know their story and the reason why they're getting this. Maybe it's to fix a bald spot that they have, or maybe they have body dysmorphia and that's the only thing that will make them happy, is just getting that done, going under the knife, whatever. If you're getting little minor things done here and there, hey, I don't fault you for that. You have to live your life in your skin the way you see fit. And if that makes you comfortable, so be it. So yeah, I just think, this whole thing, I don't know, what maybe it was for attention, but it's kind of contradictory and it's kind of a double standard, hypocritical to talk about those who you see as fake, but then again, your wife has many of those same attributes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, keeping it 100. And a lot of us, men included, need to see how double standard and hypocritical we are. And own up to it. Another thing. I was watching something. I was watching Malcolm X's story too today, and very beautiful. I'm gonna post a clip that I saw at the end that I with Nelson Mandela, which is priceless. But I was just I was looking a lot of. I mean, you would swear this is the second half of Black History Month. But I was watching a ABFF independent film special today on Aspire channel, and it has some really good movies and interesting commentary and directory. Young directors coming up, and these happen to be kind of covering the African American. Well, it does. It covers the African American experience, and I noticed they were talking about Port Chicago. And for those who don't know about Port Chicago, it's definitely interesting to get to know this just very brutal attack on some of our servicemen. Now, if you want to talk about disrespect for people who are patriotic and people who have served us, that was the ultimate disrespect. Port Chicago happened during World War II, in which the whole base was blown up. Part of the base was blown up, where majority of over 200 something African American, mostly people African American Marines died because of a explosion, and were dishonorably discharged and unlawfully accused of mutiny, in which they were sentenced to 18 to 15 years. So, and this happens to be Port Chicago is stationed in Richmond, California. It's Richmond, Cal. I got a chance to visit, but it's not only is that in my kind of my own backyard. I'm a Bay Area child, but it's just interesting to know that there's always been a constant attack. Any way they can get you to suffer, any way they can get you to be behind bars, any way they could fault you, they've always tried to do. These white supremacists have always tried to do it, and I just think it's always been there. And when's the time that we're going to stand up for ourselves and really show these people we're not anything to mess with? Come on. It has to come a time, and I think the time, what better time than now? Um, so yeah, as I close this video, um, I want to first of all comment on what I'm going to be doing in the near future. I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to have a FUBU for us by us, and a FUDU for us, do right by us. I don't know how that kind of doesn't, you know, the word, I guess the letters don't kind of abbreviate it, right? But you get my point. Where products made by African Americans, I'm going to do a series on that. I ordered something. I ordered candy. Hey, Candy. Thank you for the suggestion on the hat. I ordered a hat, and I also ordered some toothbrushes. African American owned toothbrushes that I ordered from this website. And so I also have some products, some skin products that I'm going to do a review on. It's a family skin product in the making. Well, it's already here, but it's already being put in stores, and I want to do a review on that. Great product. And I'm going to be talking about that in my next couple of videos coming up. I just want to close this by saying, I have this book too as well. It's an African Americans book. It's called A History of African American Theater. I'm taking a theater class. As you know, I'm a aspiring actor. And I found this very interesting. It said, this play, The Hires Woman, the Hire Sisters, if you've never heard of them, look them up. They're also from Sacramento. Well, they lived in Sacramento, California, the Bay Area, where I'm from. And I just find this very interesting and close to my heart. You know, a lot of strong people from the Bay Area, from California, Northern California. But it says, but the Hires Woman also had a message for blacks, which was that even with superior talent such as theirs, excellence is not achieved and sustained without arduous labor and study. When Uncle F in Out of Bondage grumbled that freedom is fraud because black freedmen had to work just as hard as when they were slaves, Narcisse replied that freedom does not mean idleness, but labor. They all had a responsibility to humankind, she declared, because neither man nor woman has any right to live in the world without striving to make it better. I concur. What a beautiful way to say it. That, I feel, is what I've been put on this earth to do. And how could I go about my life not doing anything to change it, especially if I noticed something's wrong, and not make a difference? I think we all owe not only ourselves, but other people. It's not about us. It's very much we are our brothers and sisters' keeper. We have to look out for each other and help each other in need. And I kind of want to end that on that note. And I want to encourage you guys to share, like, and subscribe. And I want to wish you guys once again a happy Friday. And I'm going to leave this saying, stay true to thyself. Peace and blessings. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.